Hello guys and welcome, and yesterday we played the Orzhov Enchantment deck and I've promised you a dimmer version, so this is what we have. Now this is not exactly a one-to-one of that deck, it's more like the Sultai deck we've played some time ago. It's generally a bounce deck, but obviously we don't play green in this one. So since it's a bounce deck, we need some things to bounce. So we have the Hopeless Nightmare, a great card, and it can be a win condition in a deck like this. We have 2 Omens of the Dead to bounce the creatures back from the graveyard. We have 4 Relics, which is obviously one of the reasons to play blue in this archetype. It's so good. We have 2 Omens of the Sea, and I was thinking Lembas could be better because of the refurbished familiar, but there is a very big reason for the Omen, and I will get to that very shortly. We are playing 2 Black Mage's Rod, which can be a good bounce target, but generally it's a secondary win condition, and we are of course playing the refurbished familiar. That is the sole reason we are playing the artifact mana base here. Now we have some interactions. We have 4 counter spells, 4 cast downs. That is the reason we are actually playing the Lorien revealed package with 1 Aquifer so that we can fix for the counter spell. And then when we take a look at the bouncers, meaning the creatures or spells that actually bounce the permanents back to our hand, we have 4 of the Stalkers, which is the staple. It's such a good card, and the Geist Wave has been a staple for some time now, when we consider the Crouch and Relic decks. And then we have the Alchemist here, which I think is very interesting. Not many people really play this card, and I do get why. It's just a 3 mana 2/2, which is not ideal, but it can bounce like anything, but we need to have a blue permanent. So that is the reason why we play the Omen of the Sea. We are also playing the Relic and the Dreamstalker, so that should really be enough, now especially when we are playing just 3 of the Alchemists. What's also really nice is that the Lorien revealed can be a source of cards when we get very late to the game. Now when we take a look at the sideboard, we have 2 Blue Blast against red decks, we have 2 Grim Baubles against smaller decks like Elves or Fairies, 2 Confessions against like Boggles or general decks that play very big beaters, 1 Pilfer, 2 Arms of Hadars, 1 Campfire and 2 Compasses against Burn, some more answers against the red decks. The Compass is generally awesome since it can fix for the counterspell as well, and we play 3 Nihil Spellbombs. We are prepared for Spy very well in the main deck since we are playing 4 counterspells, but this is some more hate versus the graveyard decks, even versus decks like Dredge. So let me know what you think about this Dimir Bounce deck and how would you make it even better, and I will see you in the games. Alright, so we go first here. That's pretty awesome as always. And is this hand good? I think it's definitely keepable. We have Seed plus Rod. We have the Refurb. We can cycle for black mana with the Lorien. It's pretty nice. We can keep. So let's go Seed and we will say go here. Green and Elven Farsight. That's probably Spy, which is definitely a difficult matchup. It could be also something like Infect, but I generally think Spy decks play this a little bit more. But they find a Leaf Caller. Could be Walls or something. So let's cycle the Lorien. I think we will take the Aquifer here. Find another Relic. Okay, we'll play the Aquifer. And Carrion Ranger and Leaf Caller, sure. Find a Seed, which is sweet. So we can go Relic into Refurb, right? Find a Bog, pretty good. Play the Refurb. X-Bane Guardian. I wish we could kill that, but we sadly can't really. Will they attack with a Leaf Caller? I'm tempted to block this a little bit. I think I will. I think the Leaf Caller is pretty good. Okay, Dreamstalker, that's awesome. So we could go Refurb into Dreamstalker. I think we will even bounce the Refurb here. I don't know how much they have. It doesn't seem like they have much, so I think we will go for the Refurb bounce. Obviously bouncing the Relic is always nice as well, but we have another one, so I'm not afraid of card advantage here. Let's bounce the Refurb and play a Bog. He will exile their graveyard. Go Elven Farsight, okay. Okay, they find a Jaspera Sentinel, which they can play. Okay, they untap the Guardian, go for another Guardian, okay. So they will probably be top decking here. We have another Refurb, that's awesome. So let's go Refurb. Oh, Generous Send, that's very nice as far as these cards go. Now, it doesn't matter if he played the Relic or the Refurb when we want to find the land, right? Since both draw us just 1 card, so we'll go for the Refurb and we will draw, hopefully finding a land. It's a land, that's great. I think we will hold a counterspell though. We can actually use the Relic on something if we really want to as well. I think 1 Relic to bounce back and forth is more than enough, right? They transmute a Drift of Phantasms, okay. So this is the combo piece. I think they can find like Freed from the Real or something from that, making infinite mana. If they have at least like 4 defense Wayfinder, so they don't have that yet, but I think we will counterspell it if they go for it anyway. Pretty scary card to have online. Okay, they go for Lead a Stampede. I'm so glad we kept the counterspell there. Okay, they untap the Guardian. They go Lead a Stampede. We will definitely counterspell that. Okay, find a Swamp. So I think we can go into attacks. They have a Jaspera Sentinel, but we are okay if they block. I think that's pretty good for us. They decide to block actually. Okay, we will go for a Black Mage's Rod as well, and then followed by a Relic. Find another line. So I think we will activate one of the relics soon enough. They find another Lead a Stampede off top, which is incredibly lucky, of course. Let's see what they reveal. 3, 2 Drifts, 1 Jaspera. Okay, we might lose then, I guess, very soon. But they don't have that much mana. They have like 4, right? So they can cycle the Drift or something, but oh, never mind. They have much more with the Kyrian Ranger, right? They have actually so much mana now that I think about it. Yep, they find Freed from the Reel. Okay, so they could go infinite, but if we put a stun counter on it and they untap it, they can't go infinite this turn, right? So we will actually activate a relic and put a stun counter on it. Find a Geist Wave, that's decent. Okay, they go for untap, but it doesn't. Find an island. So the Geist Wave is obviously really important here. I think we will attack with everything. Question is, what do we Geist Wave? I mean, Geist Waving the Refurb is good. Geist Waving the Relic is maybe even better, to be honest. So let's Geist Wave the Relic. Find a Lorien. I mean, that's fine. Draw Cast Down. That's awesome. That's genuinely awesome. So we can go ahead and cast down the X-Bane Guardian, the problematic one. We win the first game. Okay, sweet. So that was a very timely cast down. We need to be careful game 2 though. Is Grimbauble doing something? I mean, they have Sentinels. I think it could be pretty good. Extract Deconfession could be very nice as well. So we are going to go and make some changes. They don't have removal in general, so Omen of the Dead doesn't do very much, I would say. I think I will take off 1 Alchemist as well. And let's do 2 Confessions, Bauble. We will take off 1 Omen then and put down a Pilfer. And I think a second Omen for Grimbauble should be pretty okay, especially against those early game threats. And that's basically everything we have. I'm not sure what they are going to sideboard. Okay, they mulligan to 6. I think we are keeping. Hand is not horrible. No turn 1 play. Double Rod isn't ideal, but they have the Relic and the Pilfer. Let's keep. They play Forest. And that's it. Okay. Bolt of Whispers. So I guess we are going for the bridge. Saying go. They do nothing. Okay. Well, I think we could hit a Lead a Stampede here in their hand. So I think I'm gonna go for that exactly. Or Winding Way or whatever, right? Yeah, they have a Lead a Stampede. They have also a Gorilla Shaman. That's kinda good against us, but we can kill it with the Grimbauble. They have a Secret Door too. We will take the Lead a Stampede for sure. Shaman is carry, so we need to play around that a little bit. So they can Shaman. They can't yet actually. They don't have Fixing if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we win the match. 1 timely Pilfer was enough to make them give up. So that's 2-0 against Walls. Alright, so we go second here and the opponent has warned us that they are testing Jank. And then they said they've picked the wrong deck. So I'm interested what will this be. Probably some homebrew matchup here, which I think is always fun to have once in a while. And regarding this hand, I think it's good. It's a little slow, you know, we don't have that many tapped lands, but we have drawn 2 bridges, that's fine. I think we can keep definitely here. It's funny since we play only 2 Black Mage's Rods, but we've seen so many of them. We go for a Haunted Mire. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe something like Dredge, Gardens, something of that sort. We draw another cast down. Let's go for a Mistwell Bridge. We go for a Conduit Pylons. I definitely think it's a Dredge deck with Lotless Giant now. Okay, Cycle Troll. This could be scary if they have something like Exhume. They have a Wayfinder, okay. Not that bad, but still pretty good for them. Obviously no graveyard hate in this one. They go for Acorn Harvest, mulligan a Stinkweed Imp, which is great, and 2 Exhumes, which is also pretty good for us though. Find an untapped source here, which I think we can use for a Crage and Relic. We can also use it for a Black Mage's Rod instead. I'm thinking what's better. We already have a land, so like it's not like we just need to slam the Relic. Let's go for a Black Mage's Rod. Okay, they find a Lotless Giant in there as well. Obviously very scary since there is no graveyard hate from us in the main deck. We could play some Nihilist Spell Bombs. I think it wouldn't make the deck bad by any means. They will discard the Imp and Dredge 5 again. And Troll, Giant, yeah, okay. No Dread Return, which is good. No blocks for sure. I think the Black Mage's Rod will be a key component in there. Find a counter spell, that's not bad. We will Mistwell Bridge and I think we are gonna go for a Rage and Relic, maybe set up a land for next turn. Here is a land, no attacks. They double attack, though down to 16. Play a Stinkweed Imp, that's fair. Find a Mistwald Bridge, okay. So we can't really attack, we don't want this in the grave. I think we are going for Geist Wave on the relic, to be honest. Find a bog, hello. And Dreamstalker to return it. Oh, the bog is insane, we love it, okay. So I guess, you know what, we can attack first. We actually can attack first and exile the Stinkweed Imp if necessary, I like it. They don't block, interesting, let's block. We indeed have 9 cards in hand, so I guess we are gonna do some discarding. I think the Mistwald Bridge can go probably. Although we would love more blue sources as well. But yeah, let's do that. Let's discard the Mistwald Bridge. Go for Scrapwork Mutt. Seems like they are a beatdown deck now. Discard a Dread Return. Okay, I can see that. Hit us for probably 4. Yep. Okay, another Dreamstalker. I mean, Dreamstalker is an amazing blocker. So we can play the Relic. Find Omen of the Sea. Not horrible. Let's go for the Dreamstalker then. We draw. That's so many cards. Okay, Aquifer. I think we are playing the Aquifer, no? Probably, right? So we go, yeah, 8. No attacks. Think we are keeping the cast downs. Probably just discarding the Omen of the Sea, I will be honest. I could see playing some Grim Baubles in this deck as well. I think they are pretty good. They will attack with everything again. I think I'm pretty fine with actually killing the Mutt. And that's everything they do. Okay. Find a bridge again. So is it fine to start things off with a Relic? I think it should be, right? Find another Dreamstalker. Very interesting. We will definitely play 2 things here. I wonder which 2. Keeping a counterspell seems very great. And maybe bouncing back the Relic is pretty good as well. We could also bounce back the Bog, but I think we can do that later. If we play the Dreamstalker, we can't go for the counterspell. So I think I will go for cast down plus counterspell in some combination. We could also crack the Relic and tap something. But then again, we can't go for a counterspell. So we will just do it like this. And we will say go. They go for a Prowler. I don't think we care. We can cast down that if we want to. Lotla Giant. They have a Dread Return. We can counterspell that though. They go to combat. Attack with all 3. Interesting. 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 I think we are blocking the Mutt since they can't really use the Unearth anymore effectively. I could have used the cast down, but I wonder what are they trying to do here. They go for Exhume. But what are they exhuming? Oh, I guess it doesn't really target. So we are counterspelling that for sure. We will also kill the Prowler. It's a 2/2. Decently scary, right? Find a Lorien. That's not bad. I think we will cycle the Lorien probably. Pick up an island. Play it. So I'm very much for bouncing the Bog. Yeah, but I already played a land. That's quite a mistake here. But we already have a counterspell, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's play a Dreamstalker first. See what we actually will do. We will bounce the Relic. Geist Wave is great for the Bog next turn. Let's play the Relic again. Why not? We have a counterspell or cast down ready. We find a Seed of the Synod. Okay, we can attack now. Let's hit them for 3. I also think they play No to the Bone, which is, you know, very strong. Is this Writing Chrysalis? No, they honor the Mutt, right? Yeah, okay. So they will discard the... Do they have another Imp is the question. They discard a Dread Return instead. Okay. So they will go for another Dread Return, I think. They cycle a Troll. Yeah, this would be a kill if he didn't have a counterspell. We could also just kill something too, to be honest. Would work pretty much the same way. Unless they have a creature for 1 mana. So let's counterspell instead. Okay, they go only like that. Attack for 1, that's fine. And they would normally kill us here with the Dread Return. Exactly, so we will just counterspell that. And I think we are bouncing the Bog next turn, replaying it, just so that they can't really do much. Okay, that's everything from them. Sweet, so we can attack first. We could also probably just like finish them, right? So we will try to do that. Let's Geist Wave the Relic. Let's also play the Relic. Oh, we have the Nightmare as well. Look at that. Play the Nightmare. Yeah, that's so many cards. We win the first game. So 1 Bohuka Bog actually made sure we can win against Dredge with no sideboard. That's awesome. I think they have a lot of small creatures, so Grim Bauble should be pretty sick. Omen of the Dead should be also good. They don't want to go to game 3, we win the match instead. Yeah, it's a pretty hard matchup for them, so GG. Alright guys, so we are back with the conclusion, and a lot of people have rage quitted when playing against this deck, and I absolutely understand why. It's really annoying. It's a little bit like a discard deck with 4 Nightmares for refurbs and everything can be bounced. Is pretty annoying and actually very good. I think what should be pretty fine also is maybe removing one of the Alchemists, because obviously it's much slower than the Dreamstalker, but I think it's still necessary for, you know, 2 more bounce effects, since the bounce is so important to this deck. So I could maybe see like getting rid of one of them and maybe replacing the Omens with Lembasis then, but I think even this deck in this version is pretty damn strong. Like you guys have seen, the Bohuka Bog can be really awesome, even if if we don't have a single hate against graveyard in the main deck. Now the sideboard was pretty sick. We found something to sideboard in the most of the games we actually played. The compasses seem to be pretty nice in this deck, you know, but I do think the mana base is definitely very solid with the lore and revealed. We do play 23 lands, which is a lot, and the revealed can be a source of card draw in the late game as well. It was really solid, and the counter spells even were very consistent as well. So I finally can say that this is a deck I would be able to recommend. I think it's pretty powerful, it's super grinded, the Omens of the Dead are really sweet in this deck. You could make some count changes, like with the Alchemist, you know, you could like remove one and bring in one Black Mage's Rod and maybe play 2 Lambuses instead of the Omens, but you know, that's a very small thing, and the core of the deck is extremely solid and powerful, I feel like. So let me know how would you improve this deck right after seeing it in the games. I will see you soon, have a great day, and bye.